Welcome back to the channel where we talk about rare and valuable coins that could be sitting in your pocket change right now. Today, we're diving deep into the world of penny hunting, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. We're going to talk about one of the most surprising coins that's skyrocketing in value, the 1965 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark. This little guy could be worth up to $1 million. Asterisk zoom in on a 1965 Lincoln penny. Text appears on screen. 1965 Lincoln penny, no mint mark. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's start with the basics. The 1965 Lincoln penny is one of the millions of coins produced after the U.S. Mint removed mint marks for pennies due to a coin shortage. So, if you have a 1965 penny and it has no mint mark, don't worry, it's supposed to look like that. Asterisk background changes to a historical image of the U.S. Mint in 1965. With the minting press in action. In 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped putting mint marks on pennies as part of a 3-year plan to reduce coin hoarding. The aim was to encourage people to use the coins rather than hold onto them for their potential value. But little did they know, some of these pennies would become incredibly valuable for a variety of reasons, especially rare errors that collectors seek out. Asterisk show a high-definition close-up of a 1965 penny under a magnifying glass. Asterisk now, here's what makes some 1965 pennies worth so much. While most of these pennies aren't worth more than their face value, there are a few with rare errors that can push the price into the millions. For example, off-center strikes, double-die errors, or even pennies struck on the wrong metal planchets. These are what collectors dream of. If you have a 1965 penny with any of these rare features, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Shows side-by-side comparison of a worn-out penny and a mint-condition penny. Another important factor is the condition of the coin. If your 1965 penny is in asterisk mint condition, also known as MS mint state, in the coin world, it could fetch thousands of dollars, even without any errors. Coins graded in MS65 or higher by professional grading services can significantly increase in value. Collectors pay top dollar for well-preserved pennies, and the 1965 penny is no exception. Show images of auction websites with highlighted sale prices of rare coins. Don't believe me? Let's take a look at some recent auction sales. Rare 1965 pennies with unique errors have sold for thousands, and even millions, of dollars in auction houses. In 2021, a particular 1965 penny with a rare error sold for over $10,000. And collectors believe that certain unique versions of this penny could one day reach the $1 million mark. Asterisk so, how can you find one of these rare 1965 pennies? Simple. Start looking through your change, old piggy banks, and even at coin shops. You'd be surprised how many valuable coins are still in circulation. Don't forget to grab a magnifying glass to check for those key errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, on screen. A subscribe button pops up as coins flip in the background. Asterisk now, if you want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a 1965 penny in your collection, or any other rare coins. Final shot, the 1965 penny under a spotlight, with text. Could this be your $1 million find? Who knows? The next time you find a 1965 Lincoln penny, it could just be worth $1 million. We've got something special for you, a coin that looks like an ordinary penny but could be worth a life-changing amount. We're talking about the 1969 D mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that's worth, wait for it, $1 million. That's right! This little copper coin from over 50 years ago could make you a millionaire if you have the right one. So stay tuned to find out what makes this coin so valuable, how you can identify it, and how you might already have it in your collection or even in your pocket right now. Let's first dive into a little history. The 1969 Lincoln penny is part of the ongoing series that began in 1909, marking the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1969, the U.S. Mint was still producing billions of these pennies every year. But what makes this specific coin from the Denver Mint so special? Here's the big question: what makes the 1969 D penny worth $1 million? Well, the secret lies in the condition and a rare minting error that can make this coin incredibly valuable. If you've got a 1969 penny with a D mint mark that looks normal, it might be worth only face value. But collectors are after the rare varieties, especially those with high grades or specific features. For example, pennies with errors like double dies, where parts of the design are stamped twice, are worth a fortune. And in high grades, where the penny looks almost brand new, some 1969 D pennies have sold for over $1 million at auction. So, when we talk about these coins, it's all about condition and rarity. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1969 D penny in your collection? First, look for that D mint mark right below the date, which shows it was minted in Denver. Then, check for any noticeable errors like a double die or misaligned elements. Also, the condition is key. Even if your penny is free from errors, having it in near-perfect condition, known as mint state, can still make it worth thousands of dollars. The higher the grade, the higher the value. So, grab a magnifying glass and start inspecting those pennies. Still not convinced? Let me show you some real-life examples. In 2019, a 1969 D Lincoln penny in pristine condition sold for over $100,000. And some rare error coins from that same year have reached a staggering $1 million mark in past auctions. That's enough to make anyone check their coin jar, right? So, you've checked your pennies, and you think you've found a 1969 D that could be worth big bucks. What's next? First, get your coin graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will authenticate its condition and give it a formal grade. From there, you can approach coin dealers, auction houses, or online marketplaces like eBay to sell it for top dollar. Remember, grading fees and commissions apply, but if you've got one of these rare gems, it could be well worth the effort. So, what are you waiting for? Go check those pennies. You never know if you have $1 million coin just sitting there waiting to be discovered. And if you found today's video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more valuable coin tips. We're diving into a fascinating discovery that could be sitting in your pocket change right now. That's right. We're talking about the 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that could be worth $1 million. Can you believe it? This tiny coin, just like the one I'm holding, might just make you a millionaire. But what makes this penny so special? Let's dig in and find out. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1971 Lincoln 1-cent penny was minted without a mint mark, which means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Over 1.9 billion of these pennies were produced. So, how can a coin that's so common be worth so much? Well, the key lies in several factors. Rare coins can reach astronomical prices due to these four things: rarity, condition, errors, and demand. Now, the 1971 penny without a mint mark may seem common, but certain versions of this coin have shocked the coin collecting world. First, let's talk about condition. If you've got a 1971 penny in pristine condition, I'm talking about a coin that has barely been circulated and is graded in the MS67 or MS68 range, then you might be holding a jackpot. A penny like this can command prices that are mind-blowing in auctions, sometimes reaching well into 6 or 7 figures. Another thing to look for is errors. Sometimes coins are minted with mistakes that collectors absolutely love. A double die obverse or a striking error on a 1971 penny can make it incredibly rare, and when rarity meets high demand, prices skyrocket. Believe it or not, rare error pennies from 1971 have sold for tens of thousands, and in rare cases, the right penny can push into the $1 million range. Auction records show that rare pennies in top condition are highly sought after by collectors willing to pay top dollar. So, how can you tell if your 1971 penny is worth a fortune? Here's a quick checklist. Check the condition. The better the state of the coin, the higher its value. Look for coins that have no scratches, wear, or discoloration. Look for any errors, like doubling on the date or liberty, or an off-center strike. Get your penny graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can make all the difference. If you've got a 1971 no mint mark penny in excellent condition, don't just toss it in the piggy bank. You could be holding a treasure worth $1 million. Take a close look at your change and who knows? You might just find yourself at an auction, cashing in. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome coin finds. Also, let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a valuable penny. We've got something very special to talk about. The 1972 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that's worth up to $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. One penny that could turn into a life-changing jackpot. Let's break down why this seemingly ordinary coin can be worth so much, and what you should look out for in your collection. First, let's start with a little history. The 1972 Lincoln penny was minted in massive numbers, over 5 billion of them. But not all pennies from that year are created equal. The ones without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. While that sounds normal, it's a specific variety of this penny that's become the holy grail for collectors. What sets this coin apart is a unique era that makes it incredibly valuable. And that's what makes the difference between a regular penny and one worth a fortune. So, what exactly makes this penny so special? It's all about the double die error. This error happens when the coin's design is accidentally stamped more than once, causing some of the details to appear doubled. The 1972 penny has one of the most famous double die errors in U.S. coin history. If you look closely at certain areas like Liberty, In God We Trust, and even Lincoln's portrait, you might see doubling, a kind of shadow effect. That's what collectors are hunting for. And when this error is clear and well preserved, your 1972 penny could be worth thousands, or even millions. Now, before you rush to check your coin jars, here's what you need to look for to see if your penny could be one of the valuable ones. First, make sure there's no mint mark under the year 1972. This means it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, closely inspect the lettering, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see any doubling, that's a huge clue. Finally, the condition is crucial. Coins in better shape, known as uncirculated, fetch the highest prices. A pristine 1972 double-dyed penny can sell for as much as $14,000 or more. And if it's a top-tier, nearly flawless specimen, the price can soar even higher into the $1 million range. Collectors will often have their coins graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. If your penny is graded MS65 or higher, you're looking at serious money. So, what should you do if you find one of these rare 1972 pennies? First off, congratulations. But don't just sell it to anyone. Get your coin authenticated and graded. Professional grading services will give your coin a grade that can significantly impact its value. Once it's graded, you can look into selling it at auction houses, coin dealers, or even online platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions. Some rare double-dyed pennies have sold for over $1 million at auctions. Before you go, a few final tips. Keep your eyes open for not just the 1972 penny, but also other valuable coins in your collection. Always handle your coins with care. Fingerprints and scratches can lower their value. And remember, patience is key when trying to sell a high-value coin like this. Who would have thought a simple penny could be worth millions? That's the beauty of coin collecting. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more coin hunting tips and valuable finds. Also, let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've come across so far? We have a penny that might just make your heart skip a beat. The 1980 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, which could be worth a fortune. Could this be hiding in your pocket change? Let's find out. First things first, what makes the 1980 no mint mark penny special? This penny was minted in Philadelphia, where coins typically don't have a mint mark. But there's more to this story than meets the eye. In 1980, the Lincoln penny was still made with a copper-zinc alloy. What's crazy is that while millions of these were produced, certain era coins and rare variations from this year can sell for jaw-dropping amounts. Now, the million-dollar question, Why could a 1980 no-mint mark penny be worth so much? Well, it all comes down to condition, rarity, and errors. Coins in mint state, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS65 or higher, can command incredible prices. A pristine 1980 penny could sell for thousands, and in some cases, even reach into the millions if it's a super rare error coin. So, what kind of errors should you be on the lookout for? Let's talk about a few key errors that could make your 1980 penny skyrocket in value. First, there's the doubled die error, where parts of the design appear doubled. This is one of the most valuable errors and collectors go wild for them. You'll want to inspect the lettering and Lincoln's profile for any signs of doubling. Next up, the off-center strike error, where the coin's design is struck off the center. Depending on how dramatic the misstrike is, these pennies can sell for big bucks. So, how do you know if your 1980 penny is the one that could make you rich? Start by checking the overall condition. The shinier and less worn the penny, the better. Also, use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to spot any errors like doubling or off-center strikes. If you think you've got a winner, it's worth sending your coin to a professional grading service. Getting a high grade could significantly increase its value. Let's take a look at some real-life examples. A 1980 penny in mint state can easily sell for hundreds of dollars, but error coins in perfect condition have been known to reach thousands, even up to $1 million in rare cases. Imagine turning a penny into a life-changing fortune. So, do you have a 1980 no-mint mark penny hiding in your collection? Who knows, it could be worth $1 million. Make sure to check your change, inspect your pennies, and you might just hit the jackpot. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome coin collecting content. Drop a comment below if you've got any rare coins you want us to talk about next. We're diving into a fascinating story of how a 1990 Lincoln penny with no mint mark can be worth as much as $1 million. That's right, 1 cent could bring you a fortune, but what makes this coin so valuable? First things first, let's talk about mint marks. Normally, coins struck in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while pennies from Denver have a D and San Francisco pennies show an S. But in the case of the 1990 Lincoln cent, not having a mint mark is what makes this coin incredibly valuable. Now you might be wondering, how did this happen? In 1990, a batch of pennies was mistakenly produced without the intended S mint mark from the San Francisco Mint. Instead of being caught, they were released into circulation. And today, this rare error has skyrocketed the value of these pennies to as much as $1 million at auction. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these hidden gems? It's simple. Just look closely at your 1990 Lincoln penny. If there's no S under the date, you may have hit the jackpot. But make sure it's the right 1990 penny, as there are many common ones out there too. You might be asking, why is this coin worth so much? The answer is rarity. Only a handful of these error coins made it into circulation, and coin collectors are always on the lookout for rare, valuable pieces like this one. The more pristine the condition of the coin, the higher the value, and that's where the big bucks come in. Think you've found one? Don't take any chances. The best way to confirm the value of your 1990 no mint mark penny is by having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They can certify the authenticity and condition of your coin, which can make all the difference when it comes time to sell. Imagine the excitement of finding a coin that could make you a millionaire. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just checking the change in your pocket, it's always worth taking a closer look. Who knows? The next time you're holding a 1990 penny, you could be holding $1 million in your hand. Thanks for watching, everyone! Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting coin stories and tips. And if you think you've found a valuable penny, drop a comment below. We've got something truly special to talk about, the 1991 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent penny that could be worth, wait for it, $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. Now, most people see pennies like this one every day and think they're just pocket change. But let me tell you, not all pennies are created equal. Some of them, like the 1991 Lincoln penny with the Denver Mint mark, have the potential to fetch mind-blowing prices at auction if they meet certain conditions. So, how can a penny from 1991 be worth a fortune? Let's dive into what makes this coin so special. There are a few key things that can make a 1991 Lincoln penny extremely valuable. First and foremost, it's all about rarity and condition. Coins that have errors, low mintages, or are in near perfect condition, what we call MS67 or higher, can be worth a lot more than just face value. Now, let's break down what to look for. The higher the grade, the higher the value. If your 1991 penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, you're looking at potentially thousands to even $1 million. Some 1991 pennies have errors like double-die obverse, misprints, or off-center strikes. These types of mistakes can make collectors go wild. Even subtle differences like slight variations in the design or the copper's ink composition can add extra value. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. How much could your 1991 penny actually be worth? If you've got a penny in MS67 condition or with rare errors, some of these coins have sold at auctions for as much as $10,000, and in certain cases, even higher. Some estimates suggest that one day, a rare 1991 penny could fetch close to $1 million. In fact, a few 1991 pennies have already been sold for 5 figures due to their incredible condition and rare features. Okay, so now you're wondering how you can check if you have $1 million penny in your collection. It's simple. Here's what you need to do. Look for the D under the date, indicating it was minted in Denver. Use a magnifying glass or take it to a coin dealer to evaluate its condition. Is it shiny, free of scratches, and still has that new penny look? Then you're in luck. Examine both sides carefully for any abnormalities like doubling of letters, numbers, or misalignment. If your coin looks promising, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and assign a grade to your coin. So, who knew that a little penny from 1991 could be your ticket to a big payday? If you've got one of these coins, don't let it just sit in your piggy bank. Check it out, get it graded, and who knows, you could be holding on to a hidden treasure worth $1 million. And remember, if you found this video helpful or inspiring, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin tips and tricks. Also, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a valuable coin in your collection? I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. We've got an exciting one for you, the 1992 Lincoln penny, a coin that could be worth millions. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny hiding in your change could be your ticket to a huge payday. But what makes this ordinary-looking penny so extraordinary? Stick around and find out. First off, this penny might look like any other copper-colored coin minted in 1992 at the Denver Mint, but there's one key difference that makes certain 1992 pennies incredibly valuable. And that's, drumroll, a tiny design variation. Can you spot the difference? It all comes down to something called the close AM variety. Now let me break this down. On most 1992 pennies, the letters A and M in America on the reverse side of the coin are spaced apart, which is called the wide AM. But on a rare few 1992 pennies, these letters are much closer together, and that's what's called the close AM variety. This close AM error should have been reserved for pennies minted in 1993, but a few slipped through production in 1992, and those are the pennies that collectors are going crazy for. How did this happen? Well, back in 1992, the US Mint was transitioning to a new reverse design for the penny, and a mix-up occurred. Instead of using the wide AM dies for all the 1992 pennies, they accidentally used the 1993 close AM design on a few. This small mistake turned into a big opportunity for collectors. So, how much are we talking here? Well, one of these 1992 close AM pennies sold for over $20,000 in circulated condition, and another in top-notch condition went for, are you ready for this? Nearly $250,000. But some experts believe that as the years go by, and fewer of these coins are found, they could skyrocket to millions of dollars. Now, here's the $1 million tip. How can you tell if you've got one of these valuable coins in your hands? It's simple. Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, flip your 1992 D penny over, and take a close look at the word America. If the and M are almost touching, congratulations, you might be holding a fortune. But if they're spaced apart, that's just a regular penny. Of course, condition matters too. The better the condition, the more your penny could be worth. So if you find a close AM in your change, be sure to keep it in a protective case and consider getting it professionally graded. A penny in mid-condition could make all the difference between a few $1,000s and a life-changing fortune. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pocket change, your piggy banks, or even that old jar of coins you've been neglecting. You never know, a 1992 D-close AM penny could be hiding right under your nose. And if you find one, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a valuable update. We're diving deep into the world of pennies, specifically the 1993 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that could be worth, wait for it, millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. Could a simple penny be hiding a fortune in your change jar? Stick around, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. So, what makes this particular penny so special? At first glance, the 1993 D Lincoln penny might seem like just another everyday coin. But some rare variations of this coin can fetch prices in the millions, especially when they're in pristine condition or have certain errors. Let's break down the key factors that could turn your 1993 D penny into a millionaire's treasure. The first thing that collectors look at is the condition of the coin. If your 1993 D penny is in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks almost brand new and has little to no wear, it could be worth a small fortune. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional grading companies are in the top tier of quality. For example, a coin with a grade of MS65 or better can dramatically increase its value. So make sure to check if your penny looks like it just came out of the mint. Next up, errors. The real jackpot comes with rare mint errors. These can be things like double die obverse, off-center strikes, or even an overpolished die. These mistakes made at the Denver Mint can send the value of your penny skyrocketing into the millions. If your 1993 D penny has one of these unique errors, you could be holding a one-of-a-kind piece that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Rarity also plays a huge role in determining a coin's value. Even though millions of 1993 D pennies were minted, only a few with these specific errors or in flawless condition make it into auctions. And when they do, the bidding wars can reach astronomical figures. Some of these coins have been known to sell for millions at auctions, simply because they're so hard to find. Now, imagine if you had one of these ultra-rare 1993 D Mint Mark pennies sitting in your collection right now. How amazing would that be? So, what should you do if you have a 1993 D penny? First, check the condition. Is it shiny with minimal wear? If so, it might be time to get it professionally graded. Next, look closely for any possible mint errors. If you spot something unusual, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Whether you're an experienced coin collector or just someone with a jar full of pennies, it's always worth taking a closer look. You never know, you could be holding the next $1,000,000 penny. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin discoveries and treasure hunting tips. And don't forget to drop a comment below if you think you've got a valuable penny. We'd love to hear about it. Who knows? Your pocket change might be hiding the next big fortune. We've got a penny you absolutely don't want to overlook. The 2008 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that could be worth, drumroll please, $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny from 2008 with a Denver Mint mark could potentially make you a millionaire. But what makes this seemingly ordinary penny so special? Well, let's break it down. First, let's talk about the basics. The D Mint mark signifies that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. In 2008, billions of these pennies were produced, making it seem like they're just your average coin. But there's a twist. It's all about rarity and condition. Some of these 2008 pennies were struck with rare errors, such as double die obverse or off-center strikes, which can send their value skyrocketing. Even more exciting, collectors are paying top dollar for pennies in mint condition, especially those graded MS-68 or higher. That's when you start hearing figures like $1 million being thrown around. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in top-notch condition are fetching eye-watering sums at auctions. So, what you want to look for are pennies that have been well preserved, no scratches, no damage, and a sharp, clear strike. Those coins are the real moneymakers. In fact, one of the highest sales of a 2008 Lincoln penny was over $1 million. That's right, a simple penny turning into a fortune for one lucky collector. It all comes down to condition, rarity, and the right buyer. So, how can you tell if your 2008 penny could be worth $1 million? First, check for any errors. Look closely at Lincoln's portrait or the lettering. Then, if you think your coin is in excellent condition, consider getting it professionally graded. Who knows, you could be holding on to a small fortune right now. So, the next time you come across a 2008 Lincoln penny, take a second look. It might just be your ticket to $1 million. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins that could make you rich, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts.